Okay, first of all, thanks for coming, everyone. We really appreciate you taking the time to come down and to listen, to what we have to say about the Pittsburgh City Schools. My name is Mrs. Karras, like Ms. Arndt said. Point Park University is another school that we visited a couple of weeks ago in the city of Pittsburgh. Point Park, like the University of Pittsburgh, is rolling admission. So what that means is as they get applications, they are reviewing them and sending out acceptances. There is no hard deadline. So it's first come, first serve. There is no application fee and no application deadline for Point Park. There is a test optional, all right, for SAT or ACT scores. We will talk more about that in an upcoming slide to, show you what you need to do in order to be test optional when you apply to that school. They have a very strong conservatory. Their conservatory consists of dance, theater, and cinema arts. We will talk a little bit more about that. For the conservatory, they do require an audition, okay? They do on-campus auditions, all right? Like if you're visiting the school, you can schedule an audition and do it at the campus, or they also do off-campus auditions as well for students who cannot make it out to Pittsburgh. Go ahead, Britt. Okay, so the average SAT score that Point Park looks at is 950. Now that's the average, okay? This is actually what you need to meet the test optional piece. Also, for the ACT, the average is an 18. Okay, they do want to see a 3.0 or higher by the end of your junior year. So that is the GPA that they're looking for, so keep that in mind. Brett, if you want to hit, we can go to the test optional details. Okay, oh, I'm sorry, they were already on here, but they weren't on here. Okay, test optional details are not in here. You can see for the test optional, you do have to have a 3.0 or higher by the end of junior year. You have to submit a writing sample, all right, 500 words or less, and it has to be a graded paper from your high school English teacher. All right, within the writing sample, you have to describe a goal that you set for yourself that you may or may not have yet achieved. So this is in order to do the test optional piece for the application. All right. You also need, for the test optional, you need to have one letter of recommendation. Homeschooled students are not eligible for test optional. Okay. Okay, so the conservatory, like I said earlier, it consists of dance, theater, and cinema arts majors. Approximately 280 students are enrolled in this program. The really good thing about this program, first of all, it's very competitive. It's a very competitive program. They have certain things that they offer through the school, like musicals and plays and everything else. To get those roles, it's very challenging, but the city of Pittsburgh offers a lot of that within the city itself. So even if a student doesn't, doesn't score a role for the school play, they go out into the city and they can actually, work on their craft in the city in different, playhouses in the city, okay? There's a Pittsburgh Playhouse that the university is actually renovating right now. It's a $74 million campaign. It's supposed to be state-of-the-art. It's 92,000 square feet. It's supposed to be amazing. So they're working on that right now in the city of Pittsburgh, right next to Point Park University. You can see the communications majors. Broadcast, production, media management. Communications is also very strong at Point Park. Photography, public relations, environmental journalism, mass communication. They also have a new studio there that they took us through where they do, TV productions and things like that. Okay. So tuition approximately is $29,000. It does vary, like the University of Pittsburgh, by major and program of study. They do give assistance, of course, through the financial aid office. The average package is $25,000. There's a net price calculator. You can go on the website and see, plug in a couple different numbers and see what your financial aid package, an estimate of what it might look like. Room and board is $11,000 to live on campus. A lot of students at Point Park they don't necessarily live on campus, but they live in in the surrounding city, okay? So it's not necessarily like a suitcase school where people leave and come back, but there's about 1,000 students out of the 4,000 that live on campus in the housing for the university. And of course, they use the free application for federal student aid for the financial aid piece. Okay. They do have athletics. It's in the NAIA, okay? It's not the NCAA, it's in the NAIA league. They have 5 different clubs and organizations, academic clubs, service organizations, internet-based organizations, governing boards, and university-sponsored student media. They also have co-op programs in those specific areas, okay? What's really nice about the city of Pittsburgh is that, especially with the co-ops and the internships, I mean, you have that whole city kind of in the palm of your hands in order to get out there and participate, be involved in, whether it's like corporations, sports and media management. I mean, you have, the Steelers, the Penguins, all that stuff is right there. It's kind of like at your fingertips. So that's what's really nice about the city of Pittsburgh. And so the university works very close with the city of Pittsburgh to get students opportunities. And this is just a few of the pictures. This is the library. On the upper left-hand side is the library. Actually, and down below there's like a vault. That's the library vault there too. So it was nice. It was a small campus. But they have a lot of different things. So if you guys are looking for different kinds of majors, Point Park would definitely be the place to check out. And it's actually in the city. It's not where Pitt and Carnegie Mellon is. It's on the other side. It's near like the bridges and the water. It's really, really pretty. So definitely encourage you to go check it out.